And I think you'll find that when you are unified towards making life better for the we and not the me, that just eliminates negativity because everybody goes home with purpose. Welcome to the Maven Marketing Podcast. Today is Maven Monday. I am your host, Brandon Welch, and I'm here with who the heck are you? AG.
You didn't give me my first name.
What is your first name?
I don't even know.
I haven't seen you around here in a while.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. He's back, folks.
I'm back.
Mr. Salib Aji. We had a client one time who called and he said, "Yeah, I'll get with Salib on that." And I was like,
"Who's Salib?"
It took me 3 or 4 times, and I was like, "Caleb?" And this guy was like, not from around here.
Yeah.
And so I think he worked with a lot of folks in a different part of the world.
Yeah.
That were Salib, and I was like, "No, Caleb." I was like, from the Bible. He goes, "Oh, I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about the Bible." Well,
yeah, so.
I mean, I guess it works, but
yeah. How about Isaac?
He's also in the Bible.
He's also
Fun
in the
fact,
Bible.
all 3 of my names are in the Bible.
Yes, they are.
AG's in there too.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Well, you were AGing well. Tell us what you did when you were gone.
Hey, I did a whole lot of nothing. No, I just took a sabbatical. In case this is your first episode and you're like, what are these guys talking about? I've been out for 4 weeks. I'm not sure how many podcasts weeks that was, but I think it was about 4. And focused on inputs. So not output, inputs, which is I tried to every day just do the 5 things that I eat a lot. Yeah, focus on input. Just consume everything I can. No, just the things that make me the best Caleb, and that's really what I try to do. So for me, that was reading my Bible, quiet time, reading something else, exercise, and writing. And
beautiful.
You get the best Caleb when Caleb does all 5 of those things.
You have really good complexion about you when you came back. I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you did chop your beard off though.
I
did.
It was
4 weeks of holding the razor really far away.
It was getting a little wide on my face here.
Well, hey, speaking of joy, today's episode is about restoring joy to your business. Now, before you exit and say this one's another kumbaya, I just want you to know that if you are one of the CEOs who are going, man, we have gone through a lot of stuff in our business the last 5 years. We've gone through like having to readjust to this. I don't want to say an entitled mentality, but what a lot of CEOs have observed is an entitled mentality, or people wanting more from you, and culture changing, and the expectations of remote work. And there's just been about a 3, 4, 5 year hangover for a lot of companies. And I hear a lot of CEOs talking about it, like, when are we finally going to get back to work and maybe having fun and having some appreciation in our business? And I think what's happened during this time where every CEO, myself included, we had to just observe what was becoming culturally acceptable from employees, just their relationship with work. And so if you found yourself in this place of like, I would like work to be fun, and we're going to use the word joyful, and I'd like to eliminate some negativity that may be existing on your team. Caleb and I have walked through that. We have walked many other leaders and companies through that. And we have 3 just get to work type prescriptions for you today.
Yeah.
3 sections.
Before you run away and you say, well, I'm a solopreneur, I manage only myself, I would say these apply to you.
This is how to lead people and yourself well.
And that person inside your head that talks maybe with negative words. And then also, if you're inside of a company, I think there are aspects of this that you could aspire to, and you could realize
change yourself.
Yeah, you could change yourself. You could change it from the inside, and you could look at this is a real thing that company leaders are dealing with, and you can be a leader from where you are by setting strong values, but then also you can acknowledge what your leader's going through and have empathy and and see it. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So the number one thing that will just remove this negativity and move you in the direction that I think we all want to go is to create a culture of winning. A couple weeks ago, I did an episode that's like, hey, go build your people up. And it's not like, we're not talking about throwing pizza parties or celebrating vanity metrics or participation trophies or anything like that. But there are things that are going well. And sometimes the negativity in an environment, when you got an elephant sitting on the chest of the U.S. economy and politics, you forget that even though there's less, maybe it's less easy to breathe, there is still oxygen.
Yeah.
And looking for those moments to celebrate winning. And I'm going to tell you some like tangible things, and then also some like statistical things. You don't have to be like this cheerleader of a boss all the time. But if you bake in some sort of a ritual where you are acknowledging what is working, you get more of that thing.
Yeah,
you
get more
of that thing.
Of what you celebrate. And I think what happens a lot is, actually, it's been proven scientifically, you cannot have gratitude and negativity at the same time. It's a one-way channel.
It's within minutes when neuroscientists study it.
Yeah.
Like literally when somebody practices a few minutes of gratitude, the amount of cortisol and the amount of negativity just fades inside of a person's brain.
So that is a one-way antenna that cannot be changed. And so when you allow your team to celebrate, to acknowledge what is good, there is something good. You can always find something good. It is a negative attitude if you think there's nothing good in your organization. You have to find that for yourself first, but then celebrate that and share it with everybody. And then invite them in along with that and make a culture of gratitude and winning.
Yeah. Willie Nelson said, when I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. When I started counting my blessings. Gallup studied this recently, 2023, and they found that teams who regularly recognize each other experience 31% lower turnover and 12 times more engagement. How would you like your team to be 12 times more engaged?
Yeah, work human research said 69% of employees say they'd work harder if they felt more appreciated.
They would work harder. You want your folks to work harder? Turns out there's a hack for that. It's called appreciation.
It's called appreciating them.
Yeah, and then Harvard study said small wins, which that's what we're talking about here, small wins.
Yes.
It's not like you can be down for the quarter, you can be down for the year, you can be in the muck, and you can still find small wins. The Harvard study found that small wins are the number one daily motivator of employee performance, beating money and praise. Just small wins, just acknowledging small wins around. So I love what Tony Robbins says, energy flows where attention goes. Just give more attention to what's going well.
Yeah.
And so some practical ways to do this. A stand-up meeting on a Monday morning and say, and acknowledging 3 wins from your team for the last week.
Yep.
A group text. If you're a big company, you can't do this with all, dozens or hundreds of employees, but you can have your supervisors or your colonels down the ranks each have their own 5, 10 to 15 people, and you're celebrating within those little pods, right?
Yeah.
A traveling trophy or a bell or something that you hand out like an ugly moss ball.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we use, just to say, hey, Nate did awesome last week. Just these tiny little rituals, emails or text or gathering and saying, here's where I saw wins, and then prompt everybody else to sound off. That is going to create a culture of winning, and that fires dopamine hits that everybody wants to keep getting because we get addicted to that feeling.
Yeah. And so just practically what this looks like, even for us, how we pull this off, those wins look like celebrating what our clients are doing. So we saw so-and-so, for us, it's ad campaigns. It's that they grew. It's something went off really well, or
cost per leads.
Yeah, or maybe we had a great shoot. We recorded something that was beautiful.
Or this week it was 3 of our clients hit their annual revenue goals in October.
Yes,
they hit them. Like they're done for the year. They're all
2 months of gravy.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, that's what November's for.
That
gravy.
Is what November. That's right.
Thanksgiving. Yeah. Okay, just making sure you got that. But hey, these things are very much.
They do have to be tangible.
They have to be tangible. And then the other thing, very often, it's celebrating each other. So our team is on a team, and so it'll be like, hey, I saw Brandon do this week. I saw Nate do this week. And those kinds of things also help everybody feel appreciated from within their own teams and noticed and seen. And so
you want more of that, trust me. And if you do that, it turns out that energy is flowing upward, and it's going to just let a lot of the negativity starve and suffocate. You may have things wrong. You may be headed for an unprofitable year, but if you aren't the one leading winning, you're going to get more losing, and nobody wants that. So that's number one, build a culture of winning. Number two is build a vision that has gravity. So not unlike positive, reinforcement, a vision where we're going. If the news is we're going here, and here's our progress to getting here, and here's what we want it to look like, and here's the world we're creating, vision, those things that are bigger than you or things that are bigger than even a group of people have gravity, and people are attracted to that.
Yes.
If you do not pull them up, they will get pulled down, and that is your fault as the leader. And so we want to be, as leaders, building a vision, like sharing a vision, keeping a vision alive, restoking the vision, reminding the vision. Zig Ziglar said, we recommend motivation daily, just like we do bathing. It's a good idea to keep doing day after day. Yeah. And so especially weary visionaries who think they've said it 20 times, well, you need to say it 2,000 times more.
Yes. And then I think the other thing that's important is as you make hard decisions throughout the course of your business, while you're doing things that make it challenges, that are uncomfortable, things that push your organization to do more, to do different, these are the things that make your employees on the front lines uncomfortable. They have to, they're going to have, their jobs got a little bit harder because you made a decision that maybe they don't seem like they like, or they don't feel like they like. What you have to do is connect that decision to the vision. And if you don't connect that decision to the vision, they will think you're just trying to do more, bigger, better, faster. And that's not necessarily what you're trying to do. What you are doing is you're saying, hey, we are here today. We are going over there.
Your work matters.
Yeah, we are going over there. And the thing I just implemented, the thing we just signed up to do, it leads us in that direction. Yes. And so won't you come with me? Thank you so much for doing this. And that gravity drives them up the hill so that they're not stuck looking at their hands, wondering why you just dumped something in their lap. You just gave me a bunch of more stuff to do, and I don't really know why to do this. You have to connect those tangible small things to the big gravitational thing.
Yeah. So practically, you may have read this in your Bible.
Yeah.
You may have read this. Where there is no vision, the people will perish.
That's right.
But practically, I think you are rewriting your vision to answer, why does this matter to the world? If we don't do this today, who suffers? Who misses out? What loss to our calling did we have? And it's like going to work is more of a, I hate to say this because it could be weird, but it's almost more of a spiritual calling. What are we supposed to be doing? Why are we showing up here? Even if we're making cardboard boxes or taking out the trash or whatever, if that's our job, like what is that enabling? Who is that enabling to work better, harder, clearer, to hit their goal? And I think you'll find that when you are unified towards making life better for the we and not the me, that just eliminates negativity because everybody goes home with purpose.
Yeah.
And what a purpose starving world that we have going on in a lot of corners of life, right?
Yeah. And that gravity, that large thing that you're driving toward, can't be cheap. It can't be it can't be the corporate thing they expect you to do.
Yeah.
It has to be big. It could literally be, we dig ditches because it helps the water run to the river and keeps people from sliding off the roads. Great. Be the best ditch digger you've ever been, and you can connect everything to a purpose that supports. Yes, it makes your organization grow. You should be, every organization with a strong mission should be trying to further that mission as far as it possibly can go.
Yeah.
That is the reality of it. But it also helps the people that work with you, the people that work for you, and you need to point them to that at all costs.
Love the ditch digging example. But take somebody that's like, I don't know, maybe stuck repairing forklifts or something like that. Somebody that's just, it's a really tactical, technical, maybe a dirty type job. It's like, okay, well, what is a forklift? So I repair forklifts. Well, you could say you're keeping America's supply chains moving. You could say that you are keeping Amazon packages going. You could say by repairing this forklift, you are allowing dozens of companies, some that may be saving lives, some that may be getting people home for the holidays. I mean, you do an incredible amount of work just by the ripple effects of your nature. And so look for those stories, read them back in your team gatherings. And I'll warn you, like, if you just start doing this out of the blue and you've never done this before, you're going to get some crickets.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to. You're going
to be like, we did this. And they're going to be like,
huh, what are you smoking? Right. But stay after that. Tell the stories about what your vision and what the purpose of the work contributed to. And so lots and lots of data that says that companies that do that outperform the market by a lot. Companies with purpose, I think, perform on average 42% better than companies that don't. So you want to be one of those ones with purpose. So the last one, maybe something you're already good at, but we're going to reframe it. Recruit and release. The math is this. There are 10% of people that are going to like you no matter what, and they're going to the moon with you. There are 10% of people that are going to hate your guts no matter what, and they're going to detract from what you're trying to do. 80% in the middle is up for grabs, generally. And so that's who we need to work on with the last two tactics. But those top 10 is who we're trying to recruit more for. And those bottom 10, we just need to release them, man.
Yeah.
And you're not doing yourself or them any favors. There's no illusion of grace or anything that's happening there if you are letting somebody stick in a position that they don't like. And if they don't see your vision after trying some of these other things and it's clear, it's like, hey, let's get you to a place where you ought to be, because it's obviously not here, right?
Yeah.
Let's free up your future, right?
Yeah.
Promote you to a position outside this organization.
You want to hire slow, fire fast. And that's a tough thing to say, because, to be honest, that's firing is probably the worst part of my job. Yeah. No, you don't. But it is so important, not just for the organization, but it's important for the people sitting next to them. And it's important for you to be able to make decisions at relative speed. Give people chances, obviously. Give them chances. We're not trying to be cold or anything like that. But if they're not bought in, if they genuinely don't have the capacity to do what they've been asked to do, you are doing them a favor.
That's right.
By letting them go.
Yep. And every gardener knows this. You weed out, you take out life of the garden that isn't serving the major crop. Every tree that is beautiful has been pruned, and branches have been cut off, and you have to do the same thing, because you cannot outlead chronic negativity. If there's somebody who's just trying to be miserable, they will bring people down. So MIT even did a study that said that 40% drop in performance can happen just because of one toxic employee. One toxic employee, 40% drop in team performance.
Crazy.
We've had these moments over the years where it's like you finally let the person go, and then it's like, oh my gosh, why didn't we do that about 8 months ago? And so you don't have to be mean. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about if they are supposed to be going to the moon with you, you'll know it, and you'll know it. They'll tell you if they're not. And so listen to them. So I think doing this on quarterly reviews is a minimum of are you happy here? Like, do you feel good about our mission? Like, there's a number of things you could ask of like, are they doing what the job position needs them to do? And then are they happy doing that? Is this their highest and best purpose? I think that the more you have some of these other two things we talked about, which is strong vision and then a culture of winning, and you see them not participating in that, that's a start giveaway, because it's just holding up the mirror more often for them. And so this does not have to be passive aggressive for months at a time to get out of here. It's just like, hey, here's where we're going. I'm looking at 1, 3, and 5 years for your future. Where do you want to be? And let's just look and see if there's an intersection of our mission and yours. And then just say, I'm not sure that it is. How do you feel about that? And they'll usually be the one to self-opt out. So then give them a runway. We've done this lots of times. We said, your new full-time job for the next 2 months, which means we're going to pay you, is to start looking for your next job.
Is to find a new full-time job.
Yeah.
Yep.
And word to the wise, go ahead and put a date on that. Be like, by July 31st, we need you to kind of be scooting.
Yep.
Right? So guys, that was it. That was create a culture of winning, have a strong vision, release and recruit for the right people. And if that sounds simple, it's because it is. But it's often the simple things that we don't keep doing over and over again. So follow the advice of Zig Ziglar. Do it at the speed of and frequency of bathing. Do it often. We want so bad for 2026 to be the year of revived joy in your business, of growth, of confident vision, confident mission, confident culture, and just overall feel good in the world of small business. Like, small businesses literally can change America. And it turns out that's who it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
Because the other guys aren't doing it. The guys in Washington aren't doing it for us, right?
Yeah.
So.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be small business. It's going to change things. And I would encourage you to make sure you look at these things and make sure it's distilled all the way down through your company. It's really easy to talk big at the top. You probably have conversations with the people directly beside you, but make sure there is a mechanism that causes that to come down even to the person furthest away from you. And this kind of encouragement, this kind of gravity, all of these things have to show up on the regular, or else you'll start slipping. You'll see it fall. You'll see the negativity come. And
if you aren't pulling them up, they're going to go down.
That's right.
So go and pull them up.
Let's do it.
We'll be back here every Monday doing our best to pull you up and answering real-life marketing questions, because marketers who cannot teach you why
are just a fancy lie.
Have a great week.